Hello, everyone. Hello. Welcome back to my channel. Always so happy to find you here. I do upload on Mondays, Thursdays, and Fridays a short philosophical video just to kick off our weekend. If you're new here, I'm delighted and pleased to have you. I don't feel like I'm not in my zone. Zoom. Let me start over. There we go. There we go. I'm not going to re-record. I'm going to stay right here. Okay, I'm ready. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I hope that you stay for a good long while. Today, I want to talk about the ability to use your voice. Now, on more than one occasion, I have done videos by which I encourage us to um, be okay with having a courageous conversation. If I'm calling it a courageous conversation, I'm saying that because it may be difficult to even start the talk. It may be something that you're like, oh God, I hate to talk to this person about this. Or it could be it could be relationship breaking type. It could be something, that's going to stir an argument. It could be something with someone that you work with and you just hate to have to deal with that person. It could be a lot of different reasons by why you are shoring avoidance to have that conversation. And so just let me give you just a tiny bit of a backdrop for my own development to have a conversation of any type anymore. I'm very confident now to have a conversation. Um, but I would say I'm a kind-hearted person. Now, I am not like a pushover at all, but I'm a kind-hearted person. And so I always try to take the route by which I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. And it took me time. It helped my boss, an old boss that I had, help me understand how to be assertive without being rude. Because I always felt like anybody who was just assertive was just like blunt, oh my God, I can't. And it took a long time. So when I say this, I am not just asking you to jump off the diving board, dive in and just start blurting off things to people because the approach is very important, and how you do it. And it took me a long time. It took me years. It took me years to find my cozy place in using my voice. But now I have found it and I feel that I can speak up for myself and I can encourage other people to speak up as well. Now, why am I saying that? I believe that orality is important and the use of the voice, the ability to communicate, to say what you want to say what you need to say, is the way that we move the needle forward in relations, all forms of relations, personal relations, professional relations, relations, um, all types of human relationships, race relations. So, having said that on race relations, let me tether together why I'm bringing this in the first place. Just a couple days I was shopping and a woman was a rude shopper. I'm not sure if she was, I shouldn't say all there because that would make me assess her, but she had behaviors that indicated that she was uh, either either maybe on some medicine or medicated or maybe even intoxicated. I'm not sure, but she didn't seem to be alert in her ways. And she called this woman an N-word. I could not believe it. And the person reported it to, I guess, the store manager or the manager who was there at the time. And that manager said, oh, I'm sorry, sometimes we get rude customers. That's what she said. Now, listen carefully. You would think that is the proper response. Sometimes we get rude customers, but that is not. And let me tell you why. To call someone the N word is not rude, it is racism. Rude is I cut you in line. Rude is I step on your toe and I didn't say excuse me. Rude is showing up to a meeting late. That's discourteous, but it's also rude. Rude is to belch out loud, and that's obnoxious and it's rude. But to use the N word is well beyond and deeper than rude. And there is the lesson. And there is a small piece that we often can overlook. It is beyond it to call it rude lessens the true actuality of it, which is racism. Racism is beyond rude. Racism is an ism. It is a thing with the person. And I think we probably need to better define what racism is, because it can come across as that's rude to say something like that, to even think anything like that, let alone to blurt it out. It is rude, but it is lesser than to call it rude. It's deeper problem than just rude. Rude is a compliment when you call somebody an N-word. Racism is the problem. And racism is the ugliest of all scornful ways of a person by which an undeveloped personhood hasn't occurred yet. So they're able to think it, but not verbalize it. It's inside of them. It's nursing, it's growing, it's condoning itself. It's condoning its behavior. So when it comes out, it was already way down there. It's an uprooting, it's an upbringing. And because it hasn't been addressed at its root, it continues to grow in silence of the person. So it is what I call growing in Lodi Bar. It's growing in a dark tunnel, like a hidden part of a person. Now I know this is hard to visualize, but I'm trying to use an illustration by which there is a safe harbor for racism to exist within a person, for it never to ever be seen, yet it is in that person. And that's how I would describe it. It's a Lodi bar. Have you ever studied the Bible? It's about the person was in Lodabar. It's a lowly existence, a lowly place. It's almost as if you're too ashamed, too embarrassed, it's too dark to express, unless there is another by whom that same darkness is shared to express it with. Yet it percolates in the person. And it always comes out at the intensity of rage that makes it blurt out, just like that customer. And so to treat that, you cannot speak a conversation with the person. You have to treat the disease in the person. I have always said racism is a disease, like alcoholism, like drugs, like almost womanizing. I believe womanizing. Now people always say, don't give them up. Womanizing is a choice. No, if a person has been raised around that, particularly men, because men are the ones who are womanizing, but nowadays people date who they date. So it doesn't have to be men, but that's who I'm addressing here. Sometimes men are grown are raised around men who have taught them to be a player. Get as many members as you can. Sow your roast. What they call sow your oats, and get as many women. And they never learn how to love. So when they finally age out of playerism in their 40s and 50s and still haven't found the right woman, when they finally age out of that, who they are as a player is so embedded in them that it's hard to get that to stop because it needs to be uprooted out, is what I mean. The same with racism. They grew up that way. And it is who they are. Even if they want to change, they can't do it on their own because it's the disease of who they are. I believe womanizing is a disease too. This is why they may want that person. And if they finally settle down, they may make the mistake and have a fling on the side and get caught up because the womanizing piece, marriage didn't fix the womanizing piece because it's the disease within, like alcoholism. I understand that one of the first things they say if you go to Alcohol Anonymous is that you can never, ever, 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 ever have another drink because it's too enticing to bring you back to where you were. And we want to keep you healed. So to stay healed, you stay away from alcohol. To stay healed, you stay away from drugs. But racism, you can't stay away from, let's say, Black people. Most of the time, I'm using Blacks. Racism could be others, but I'm Black and I'm proud. Racism, when you see that person, you can't stay away from that. So you have to fix your issue inside. And if you keep it hidden so well, how do we know it's there? So it's for you to fix it. And those of you, those of us, those who are woke in their recognition, woke in their awareness, woke in their reality, are the ones who can help you despite their shade of color. They can help you. So seek the help. But never, ever, ever go without it once you realize you need it. And I love you. If you've gotten this far, please click like. Please click subscribe. Bring a friend with you next time. And I love you. Bye.